Good morning. Today we're camping out here in Lake Cuyamaca. Been wanting to get out here for a while. Found a spot. It was actually pretty packed, but then there's like nobody next to us. So I'm sure people maybe with some of the threatening rain weather forecast for tonight, I'm guessing some folks probably canceled. Before I jump into the rules and things you need to know about this campground, the one really important piece is that if you guys have followed my videos, I've camped in other places here in Cuyamaca. This is a private lake, a private area. This is not owned by any state park, anything like that. Tackle shop is actually just right on the other side. And that's where you'd have to go if you wanted to like check in and pay your fees, anything like that. All right, with that in mind, let's cover some of the big rules here. So again, it's a little bit different, but the tackle shop is across the lake. That's where you want to go pick up your pass and your paperwork. These are the most important rules. No wood fires. This is actually a big one I did not know. You cannot have any wood fires here. So if you are planning on staying here, you need a propane tank and a propane way to start a fire. Honestly, that's a pretty big con, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. No swimming or body contact with the lake is allowed. This is considered to be a family campground, so quiet hours are actually a bit extended, 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. strictly enforced by rangers, which I have not seen a single one yet. Basically just, you know, this is not a place for adults to come drink and hang out and be loud at night. No night fishing is permitted, and no bike riding is allowed in our parking lots. Everyone under 18 must be wearing a helmet, etc. So those are some of the big major things called out. I'll put more info in the description. All right, pros and cons here. So we have a few pros. Bathrooms have soap and water. Bathrooms are really clean, really nice. So indicates that there are rangers around or whoever is cleaning them somewhat often because they're pretty clean. Lake sounds and view. Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit further up. Campsite is just right up there. So it's a tiny little walk, but I mean, to have this coming out of your tent, to have this be the sunrise, listening to the birds, all sorts of different animals around, this was really, really nice. And the last thing is that there are, you know, some food options. So Julian's not too far away. We're gonna head there in a little bit. And then there's the Cuyamaca Brew and Pub on that side. Just check their hours if you're planning on going there. There are some decent options nearby as opposed to having to bring everything and make food for, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner type of thing. Con, no wood fires, bonfires. This feels like a big miss. Being right by the lake, setting it up, obviously appropriately, you can't light the place on fire, but it just seems like a miss that you can't have a fire. Really disappointed by that. Sites are super close. So the ones that we're at, I'll show it here, but they're very close together. A little too close together. We got lucky that basically ourselves and somebody else on the edge showed up and then nobody in between, but otherwise if it's packed you'll be making some friends, we'll put it that way. 10 no mover fee. Yeah, so when you book this campsite on Lake Cuyamaca, and I'll try to show it here, for 2 nights it's about 80 bucks or so, and then you can pay an additional 10 bucks to guarantee that they won't move the spot that you've reserved. I don't have more context around that. That seems so freaking weird. I wanted the edge, so I paid the $10, but what a weird, pay me some more and I won't move you. Highway noise, yeah, we are by the highway here, so you run the risk, we didn't experience it last night, but you run the risk that if some asshole's driving late at night with a really loud car, I mean, it'll wake you up. And then the last piece is no shade. Yeah, the trees by where we're at, I mean, you can see them here in the video, they're pretty dead. So if it's anything around summertime, you're not gonna have any shade at all, not even partial. This is like no shade whatsoever, so just be prepared for that. Other than that, as I mentioned, pretty chill campground. We enjoyed our stay here. Depending on the weather, if it starts pouring tonight, we're gonna have to head back. While I enjoyed our stay here, it's nice to actually be by the lake and stuff like that. Having Laguna Campground be so close, having Paso Picacho, Green Valley, which we're staying there in a month, there's a lot of really good options nearby that I would definitely recommend that you stay first before coming here. Again, the lake is really nice, but the no bonfire thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, campground review, rules and stuff, and stick around. I'll see you next week.